But like, I guess no. But like, to some extent, it's like you feel like most people, it's like even you know how going Big Four, like everyone tells you shit, but you just still want to go in. You just gotta. It's like I feel like it's a similar concept. It's like people tell you shit, but it's like you kind of just gotta experience it yourself.
Yes, that's
like,
that's a very
that
applicable.
Was the same thing for me.
Very applicable.
Like, I hated it. Like people told me I would hate it, but I don't know. I still went into it, and now I actually don't like it. But it's just like, I guess that part probably definitely made me more stronger and just like like I'm glad that shit has happened to me. Whereas other people, if that shit happens to them later, I don't know. I feel like it'd be like a lot more detrimental. Whereas
For
now
sure.
it's like you have gap to like play around.
That's the thing. They always say fail fast and fail hard, fail fast. Like the earlier, the better. Yeah. And then you would learn from your failures, and that's the faster you grow. The faster you fail, the faster you grow. But you have to like take that. You have to. You can't be like fail and not take any value from it. Yeah. You need to be very like aware, self-aware of your actions in order for you to kind of learn something from your failures. Yeah. And you can't be like, you can't get butthurt, I feel like.
Yeah, you can't. You gotta have thick skin to some extent. Yeah.
And the other thing is regretting. Like, you can't regret too much. As much as, yes, there are regrets. Like, every time I fucked up when I was growing up, oh, bro, I would regret. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I'd be like, why did I, like, completely destroy the car? Like, why? Like, I could have just driven normally and not pretend I was like a drift king in the snow and total the car. I regret it so much. But then after, like, it's like, oh, like, probably it could have been worse. I could have actually hit another car had I not gotten it out of my system at that time and place. Yeah. So there's totally agree. not much to regret ever, really.
That's true. You can't really regret. You just gotta take it as like a life lesson.
Yeah, because if you regret, you're kind of wasting time and brain space. You're wasting brain space on something that's not productive or helping you push forward at all. At all. Yeah. Like you're sitting there crying. Like, what do you're better off doing something that's more productive and helping your current status push forward. But you're just sitting there crying. Yeah.
But like that's a hard part. It's like I know that, but I feel like a lot of times it's like when I go through shit like that, it's like I'll try to like I'll catch myself. Sometimes I'll be like, all right, I'll stop being a bitch. Just fucking just move on. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Sometimes you just forget and like I don't know. Like, what do you kind of do to like make sure like you always kind of go back to that mentality kind of thing? Because I feel like I'm always like I always revert back to the old same shit. Like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have done this. Blah 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 blah. And then after oh yeah shit. Fuck it, don't regret, just move on. But then I already wasted so much time just regretting again, the second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time.
Yeah. I feel like saying it out loud would help. Have you ever done that? As silly as it sounds, saying it out loud.
Just like to yourself?
Yeah, saying it out loud, like to yourself.
No, I haven't done that.
Like I'm fine with this happening. Yeah. Like, it happened, like I learned from it. Saying it out loud would help.
Like I've heard people like writing down stuff helps, but I don't know why I've never tried that or I don't know.
Like being like you have to be very real with yourself. Like you can't let that kind of like shadow come out and like grab you again. That regret shadow. Because I've been like caught by that shadow like time over time. But it'll take time. It's not like an instant thing. If it's a fresh wound, it just happened. Like don't expect yourself to get over that bump in like an instant. Yeah. But if it's time has passed and you should be over it, yet you can't. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It's human nature. I feel like it's human nature to regret like your actions, but it's not productive. So
it's not.
You just gotta, as the Joe Rogues would say, you gotta conquer your inner bitch.
That's true. That's true.
But as long as you're self-aware of it and you're constantly like reminding yourself, like, hey, it's like you just have to be objective. You need to take a step out of your current situation. Like, yes, this is you and you're living it. And you're only human. You're bound to regret something you wish you hadn't done. But you need to take a step out of you. As retarded as it sounds, like you need to take a step out and look at your story from a third person point of view. From a rational take away emotion.
Yeah.
Because regretting is, I feel like it's mostly fueled by emotion. Like you're feeling down or you're feeling some certain way, like things didn't go well that day or whatnot. That's what usually triggers regret, but that's emotional.
Yeah.
If you look at it from a rational point of view, it should be like, okay, it's been about this amount of time. I learned this and this from it. I'm fine. Like you need to make peace with it, like at your own, in your own heart, I think.
No, yeah. Like I agree with that. And I guess also just like one thing I feel like it kind of helps sometimes is just like same thing with third person, but instead of that, it's just like I tell my friends are the third person.
Yeah.
Like they're like saying just like when I say I'll do something, when I don't do it, it's like your friends will just keep you accountable. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
That I feel like has helped because at least I don't know, for me it's like I do care what people think of me and like how people view me to some extent. So it's like I guess when I say I'm gonna do something and then when my friends catch me not doing it, just like that looks bad on you.
Yeah.
and in that sense, then it hits me like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I that's true. Yeah, I guess it is just kind of practice, just like stepping back. It's like it's easier said than done, but
no,
practice.
That's a very strong point too. Like talking to your friends about things that you want to do. They're always be down for yours, and like I'm always down for yours, and I'll usually give you a rational point of view, and then it's like my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Right. You can take it or leave it, but like it's up to you if you want to hear it or not. Right. And I would ask too. Like if I'm gonna do something big, I would like give my friends a heads up. Like, I don't know, it would just hold me accountable as like a human being. Like one of the biggest things that I take like pride in is being a man of my word. If I say something, I'm going to fucking do it. And if I lose that, then like, man, like the hell, like what do I have left?
That's true. I guess but like one thing I found interesting that I experienced myself was like, sometimes even when you ask people for advice, depending on where you're at, you just like you're listening to it, but it doesn't register in your head.
Yeah.
It just kind of goes in your right ear, goes with the left. It just like because even when I like the first time when I did switch jobs, like I've talked to my old managers and whatnot. It's like he told me exactly what I'm getting into. It's like, you know that when they say consulting, they're gonna be doing like the same shit, right? I'm like. Yeah, I kind of know that, but like my friends said they like it.
Fuck.
And like, not even just that, or just like, yeah, but like when I was talking to them, like it sounds like they do get more interesting stuff than what we do. But just like, yeah, like when I think back, like there have been people who have told me already, just like what I'm getting into. But it's just like when you're in that moment, it just doesn't register. You're just like, yeah, okay. Like I don't know. In some sense, like I feel like I made up my mind already. I'm just finding people to like agree with my decision kind of thing. Yeah. That's what I feel like I'm doing a lot. It's just like, all right, I'm going to do this. And I ask you guys, I'm like, and then we get to disagree. I'd be like, what about blah, 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 and then try to convince you guys. But it's just like,
do that.
But when I think about it, like, I'm already biased. Like, I'm already not objective already. I'm already just like, I'm not listening to you guys. I'm just like, I'm just trying to find, like, it's like positive confirmation, which is so true.
Yeah.
Like, I've been thinking about that. I was like, even when I'm buying shit on Amazon, I'm like, I'm literally just looking for shit that I think would be good. Like, I'm literally just looking at, like, reviews. I'm like, my only basis, like, if I see reviews 5 stars, it must be good.
Yeah.
But I didn't look into any details. I was just, like, very
You can't
biased.
You can't do like, that because people actually pay people to just 5-star write a
exactly.
comment.
So, like, when I realized that, I'm like, I guess the impact's not as bad because I'm buying cheap stuff. I'm like, but damn, I'm like, fuck. Like, I don't know where else I've been just, like, subconsciously, I think I've been doing that, like, a lot, but I just started noticing it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
There's nothing like wrong with that.
Yeah, no, it's not wrong, but it's just like, I don't know, what can I do about it?
Yeah, positive confirmation. Yeah, that's true. Like if you make up your mind and you're asking
confirmation
people,
bias.
Confirmation bias, is that? Is it?
I think I'm mixing it up. Actually, I don't know.
I forgot the term, but what the idea is, like you made up your mind and you're asking people for their opinion in hopes that they would side with your decision.
Yeah.
One of the things that just reminded me of one of the things that Dylan told me is subjective objective. Like for each item, each subject in your life, you need to be objective about it, rational. That third person point of view.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do because at the end of the day, like humans we're run by emotions. We're not whatsoever. And I think it just takes time and practice and keeping a conscious mind of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes instead of like, I don't think did you try to think about, okay, let me look at this rationally. Let me look at this opportunity rationally.
Like
what were you caught on that like all the other people that were telling you, you know this, you know that, like it went in one ear and out the other. Like, what do you think was the cause of that per se?
Like, I don't think I wasn't hearing them. Like, I hear them, but the fact is just like the weight that I put on each factor they give me, I just put more weight on the stuff that, because it kind of goes back to the sense that I feel like I kind of made up my mind already, and like it was just like whatever stuff they tell me, it's like if it's a negative, I'll weigh it less. If it's positive, I'll factor that in more. It's like, oh, well, I like that. I'll just like focus on that part.
I see.
But I think part of it is just, I guess in that sense, I wasn't objective. I already made up my mind in a sense already, and I was just asking people for like confirmation. I wasn't really asking them for their opinion.
Yeah.
So in that sense, that's where I kind of messed up, and like, it's kind of true. Like, I feel like I remember I heard from somewhere. It's like in elementary school or in high school, they should definitely have like some sort of psychology course, just teaching people like all these biases in your mind that you should be aware of.
It's true. That would be helpful.
Even now, I barely know about. I don't know. This is the only one I'm kind of remembering now, but I'm sure there's a lot of other biases that you don't recognize that you do, and that like it could be pretty like negative to the decisions you make.
Is there no psych course in high school? There was none?
No.
Damn. But we didn't even learn that shit when we took university psych.
Yeah, like the only time I learned it was first year when we were forced to do that psych course.
Yeah, university psych. Yeah. Like, fuck, I didn't.
But like I didn't retain anything. Like, it was like an elective kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But as in like, that seems like a pretty important like course that you should like force students to do, and like.
Yeah, it would be.
But then again, I don't know. Like, I don't know if they would like register that maybe at that age. Maybe like you just like go in one ear, going out.
Yeah, it might be like that as well. Especially in high school. I feel in high school I would not. I don't think I retained anything from high school. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I didn't learn shit.
Yeah,
I barely retained anything from university.
It's kind of sad. After like 5 years, if you like think back to all the like accounting stuff you gotta think about, it's like it's all gone.
Slim to none. I'm
like
slim to none.
Yeah, like I'm sure like if you read it, I'll come back faster than other people perhaps. But like, it's like it felt like all the tuition of I don't know how much you paid, like 70K. I don't even know how much, but it just like literally it was just to buy that piece of paper so a company would be down to hire me.
Yep, pretty much. That's the foot in the door.
Which is kind of that's fucked.
That's how the hamster wheel works.
Yeah.
We're all in the corporate hamster wheel. And some people are fine with it. This is what they're about.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think this is this is the type of shit that I know if I look back, if I continue down this path, I'll look back when I'm like 65 and be like, oh my God, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did enough to survive.
Yeah. But like then again, like is it like, you know how the mentality you're saying that we're just like a hamster wheel within like the company, or we're just a cog?
Yeah.
I don't know, like look, I definitely agree that it's true, but like, is that like the wrong mentality to think about it? It's just that it feels like we're focusing on the negatives now, right? It's just like as opposed to like we should be grateful for that we have a job.
No, for sure. There's definitely the positives. Like you put food on the table.
Yeah.
You have job stability, money stability. You can buy pretty much anything you want to a certain degree. Like realistically, like, oh man, if I want to go and get McDonald's, I don't have to think twice about it.
Yeah.
If I want to go buy beer at a bar, I don't have to think twice about that. No, there's definitely the comforts to it, but that's the thing. I feel like it's kind of like that's how they get you. They keep you at a certain comfort area so you continue running on this wheel to make the company more and more money.
Yeah.
That's because at the end of the day, I would say like most jobs, nobody really truly enjoys their job.
Yeah.
They're not there for the engagement of what they're doing. They're there for more so the pay.
Yeah.
Supporting their hobbies, their families, mostly their families, right? But for me, like, since I'm not looking to starting my own family, I should be completely looking for what is of the best interest for me.
Yeah.
Especially now, since especially for all of us, we're not starting families yet. So you should be looking at the best interest for yourself. It's kind of like now or never. The more you go down this road of, okay, I'm starting a family now, and you've already been in the hamster wheel for so long that you didn't take the time to figure out what your purpose is. It's too late. You can't just get off the wheel. Yeah. Where's the money going to come in from? How are you going to have a roof over your head for your family, food for your kids, gas in the car? Yeah. Like, for you to be able to, like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to find my purpose now at the age of, like, 35 where you have kids and shit. It's like, most people wouldn't be able to do that. Yeah. Like, realistically. Not like, oh, like, they're not able to do that because they're weak, but they're not able to do that because they have a fucking family to support. You can't.
And like, I guess even at that point, like your priorities change. Like,
your priorities would change. Like, you wouldn't see.
Yeah, like your priority is not your own dream or whatever it was before now. It's your family. It's providing,
raising your young. Yeah, it's like if I fail as a father, that's my perspective right now. Yeah. Right now, you're not a father yet, so you might be able to do something that's more purposeful. Yeah. Than being a father. At this point in time, because we're living in the present. Yeah. We're not living in the future. We're not living in the past. Yeah. Present. So that's one of the things, being very present minded. So there's no point of like stressing about the past or stressing about the future. Really, you should just be like working and hammering and just working hard at, like, in your current state. Yeah. Yeah. Trying to figure out. I don't know. Like that's one of the things. Like when I asked you what you like, that's one of the things that hit me so fucking hard. Because I got really mad. I got really mad because I realized that I wasted like the last 2 years after coming out of school doing nothing. Like I would go to work. I was in the wheel. I was in the corporate wheel. Go to work, come home. Be like, oh yeah, I'm drained from work. I'm not going to do anything productive. Or I'll go to the gym. But really, like, is that really looking for deeper meaning? Exercise is great. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Working out or BJJ, doing stuff is a must. You have to exercise. Yeah. As humans, fucking hunter-gatherers need to exercise. But there's many more hours in the day I could have been doing something more purposeful or learning more about myself, increasing my knowledge. How many books are you reading? What are you doing? Are you just watching stupid-ass YouTube videos in your downtime, browsing social media? Like, how much value is that adding to you as a human being? Yeah. And I admit, I still fucking waste my time on social media. But I'm starting to keep a conscious mind, like, I gotta lay off this shit. Like, this is what the fuck am I doing? Like there's no value to this. Yeah. Like I might get, it's like a temporary high.
But it's just for your own like entertainment.
Yes, it is. Like, it is. But if you think about the accumulation of how much time you spend on it, I don't know about for you, but for me, like, probably spend a good amount. Like sometimes before I go to sleep, my downtime would be scrolling through social media, whatnot. If I'm like hanging out, watching a show, I might like go through social media. But like that's at the same time, that's also like not being present of what you're doing. You're just distracting yourself. I feel like it's a temporary high of distraction. Mm-hmm. Like it's very weird. That's what it feels like. Social media for me, and I was just so numbed by just doing nothing. Like, I was just like, I just want to stay at home, do nothing, watch shows. It's just too much time on those things. Yeah. Not saying wipe out those things completely, but there's definitely things that you can be working on that are more purposeful than browsing YouTube, social media.
Yeah, I totally agree, but just thinking of like devil's advocate on like the other side, like what if you're like, if you think about old people, like when they're hunter-gatherers, all they did was just hunt, cook, eat, and just sit around and just do shit. Like they didn't have, like their purpose was to survive and just to like get food and put food on the table kind of thing. And like now, like I guess we can't directly compare like that. Like our purpose is just to put food on the table, and like that's why we're in a cog and making shit. Which is why, in some extent, it's just like when you're saying that all that other shit we're doing is just like, it's true. It's not purposeful. It's not the most valuable thing we can do. There's more valuable stuff we can do. But when we're doing that, it's just for our own purpose. It's just for our own enjoyment. It's not like, I guess one way we can think that it is a waste of time, but like it just, I don't know, it's just part of our entertainment. That's just what we do. As opposed to back then, they might be just like, I don't know, like picking on leaves or something.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, to some extent, like, I don't know, like, is it really a waste of time, or is it just like, that's just the purpose of life? You gotta work, you gotta do something to put food on the table, and that's your purpose of life, survive kind of thing.
Yeah, so once again, I'll go back to perspective. So there's two things. That's current circumstances, comparing the circumstances back then. Obviously, that's all they had to do. They had to survive. Like you could, food was not as accessible as it is today compared to back then. They could spend weeks, on hunts trying to find the next meal. Yeah, it's not like that in our current circumstance, right? So we should make the best of our circumstance. Be more productive with our time. I'm sure they were hella productive with their time. Back, like if you go back to hunter-gatherer time. Yeah. If they weren't hunting, they're doing something. I don't know, farming, doing this, I don't know. Yeah. Doing stuff rather than sitting and like just playing with leaves. Yeah. That being the equivalent of social media. I guarantee not many people did that. They probably die. Yeah. Or they get kicked out of the tribe or something. But essentially, that is kind of what we're doing. But that to us, we'll go back to perspective. If you're okay with, like stable job and just doing, working in a corporation and doing me in my own time, like that's great then. Yeah. Right? Like,
no, that's true. Great. Like, I guess it's just there's 24 hours in a day that has never changed, but we become more efficient, so we have more free time now. Yeah. And I guess it's just what we do with our free time. And I guess, that's true. Like, we should definitely be doing stuff that are more productive than just like...
It's not we should. It's not like we should. It's like it depends on the person you are, right?
Yeah. I guess you're right. Yeah. Like, I guess that's what I was kind of... Yeah. Yeah. It's not really you should. It's just like with that free time, you should. Yeah. For some people, they would want to do something more purposeful. Or there's like whatever's purposeful to them. Yeah. Maybe for me, it's like Facebook is my purpose.
Yeah, exactly. If you're like a social media mogul, or then that's what you do. Then that makes sense.
That's your enjoyment. Yeah. Like whatever. True. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, like our homegirl, the tax master. Like her purpose is like she's in deep in tax.
Yeah. Yeah, because like that's what I was kind of thinking. It's like,
but if that's your mentality, then it makes sense.
Yeah, because for us, like we feel like we're in a cog, but for them, it's like they love it. Like they're passionate about it. They feel like they're not a cog. Yeah, like not. They might think they're a cog in a machine, but like they feel like they can add value. They're passionate. They want to like do stuff.
Because at that point, you're no longer really a cog in a machine.
Yeah, because I feel like for a lot of people, it's true. Like when someone told me it's like you're literally for a job, if you just dumb it down, you're exchanging your time for money. That's it. Like I don't care if you like it or not. That's what you're doing.
But that's the thing. It's not always like that. You can be exchanging your time, in a more meaningful way, like like for you, like it's more rewarding for you. Yeah,
it could be like exchanging, but on the plus, you also get like I don't know, emotional satisfaction.
Yeah, exactly. Some sort of like real, I don't know, level of engagement.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. That's like one of the most recent things that like really like kind of smacked me in the face. Yeah. In like the last couple of weeks.
It's true, because when you ask me, I'm like, what's your purpose in life? It's just, no one asks you that. Even in school, just like, oh, what do you want to be? I don't fucking know. Or
yeah, like, that's what do you want to be?
Yeah, or even that was like, I feel like that's just like shit you see on TV. It's like, maybe I just don't remember. I don't remember my teacher be like, what the fuck you want to be? Yeah. I don't remember that at all. Like, I feel like that's just like shit you see on TV.
Yeah, that's true. I don't really, I don't think anyone explicitly asked me that.
Yeah.
It's maybe my parents at some point, but I was so young I don't even remember. Yeah. I know at one point I wanted to be a scientist, like Bill Nye.
Oh, Bill Nye?
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, I'm bad at science. It was just cool in my mind.
Yo, science is cool, but yeah, I think like when I did summer school for biology, that was the one course I was like failing. I just dropped it. Yeah, because I'm like, yo, science is hard.
Yeah, science is so fucking hard.
Especially like biology, just memorizing all these weird shit.
Yeah, the volume of information that you need to ram into your brain.
Whereas like physics is like math, right? At least. Whereas like other shit, you just gotta memorize. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, biochem. Chem is memorizing a bunch of elements and shit, and when things mix and stuff, and cells bond and whatnot.
Like the only thing I remember is like the mitochondria. It's a powerhouse of the cell. See, that's the only thing.
That's
the only thing I took away from like bio class.
Fuck, what do I remember? I remember photosynthesis.
Oh, the fucking sunlight and leaves.
See, that's about it. The cycle when the sun goes up and it absorbs the sun.
Yeah, it's true. Like thinking back, it's like I feel like I should know this shit because like I've learned it. It's just that I don't retain any of it. And like thinking, like it's true. When thinking back, it feels like for all those years I've had, it seemed like it was kind of like a waste. It wasn't purposeful. Like it seemed like it was just steps to get me to get here. But like the stuff, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah,
it's just perspective on how you see it, right? How you take it. If you enjoy your day job in a corporation, like bro, like, you're good. Like you're good.
Yeah.
And there are people that do. Like there are people that like are running in the corporate wheel.
Yeah.
But they were made to run in the corporate wheel. Mm-hmm. Like that is where their perspective has been.
Yeah.
And some people are they're just there. And then some people are like kind of savable, like kind of not made for the wheel. They're not made for the wheel, but they can't get their mind out of the wheel. So they're not doing, whether they're just like, no, this is the safest way. This is probably the way I should just be pursuing. It's fine. Like I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I'm comfortable. Like I'm a simple person. That was my attitude probably. I'm a simple person. I'll be comfortable. I'll be fine. But one of the big things that hit me was when my dad's like 70 now, and he was like one of the biggest things. Yeah, 70? He's 70 now. Damn. Yeah, he's like one of the biggest things ever. He's worked in IBM for like 38 years, being a cog in the corporation.
Yeah.
And he's like, one of the biggest things I regret is just working for this company till I die.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I should have just like tried to do something on my own or something.
Yeah.
Because like, woohoo, it's the end of the freaking line and I survived.
Yeah.
Type shit, right? And it's like looking back, he told me this and I was just like, holy fuck. I didn't think much of it at the time. I'm like, true. I'm like, yeah. At one point, and I think this was when I was younger as well. Like, I was like, at one point I'm going to own my own business. I'm going to like figure something out, own my own business. He's like, yeah, like you really should. Even when we freaking talked to that guy, when we were at the training, there was a partner that walked in. Like that was like, he was a guy, like you can tell he wasn't made for the wheel.
Yeah.
And he realized that really fast. And he failed like what 4 times before he made it, and then got bought out by the company. A big company, and look at him now.
Yeah.
And then I asked him like, what are you gonna do once your contract is up and you don't have to be a partner anymore? He's like, I'm gonna do it again.
That's true. It's just like, at least for me, I would definitely, looking back, I would want to have stories to tell. I don't want to be just like, I've been here.
Yeah, I've been here. I've been safe. I've survived.
Period. That's it. Like, it's true. Like, it's nice to have stories to tell, just like shit that you've been through. Because like, I guess you do grow. Because if not, you're just gonna grow with the company and like, you're not growing.
Yeah, your growth is way more limited if this is not what you're gung ho about. If this is not what you're gung ho about, your growth is so stunted. Like you don't even imagine. You don't even understand.
Yeah.
Our growth is so stunted right now.
It is.
Because it's not something you're into. I guarantee you, if there's someone that their perspective was into what we do,
for
the
sure,
growth would be like, they would be murking it.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's true. Because people would be like finding new ways to, I don't know.
Yeah, automate things or whatnot.
It's hard. That's why when I was talking to like Einstein, I was like, when I was explaining to him what we do, he's like, the fuck do you do, man? I'm like, I checked someone's homework. I was like, it's kind of sad because there's really no room for improvement or creativity at all. Like,
yeah, you're just following frameworks.
Yeah, because like, even stuff when he's saying, it's like, oh, in his job, he can like automate stuff. He can do macros and stuff. It's like, we can't really even do any of that. It's like, what are we doing a macro for? Nothing.
Maybe we don't work if you're in like FAS or something.
Yeah, but like, we don't work with numbers. We can't do any of that.
No, Faz is something like more financial related side. Yeah, financial. What's FAS stand for? Financial services, some shit like that.
Financial advisory services.
Yeah, financial advisory services. Yeah, it's more like number consulting.
Yeah, but I guess like one random thing I was thinking it was like, do you think that people who do not smoke marijuana, do you think they're missing out on stuff?
I feel like they are.
Cause like,
but this might be a biased perspective because for me, drugs is like a way of kind of opening up your mind. Mm-hmm. And it's not just like, oh yeah, I do this to feel good and like relax and whatnot. But sometimes like there are times where when kind of like drugs, recreational drugs are used in like the right manner and not just partying and just getting fucked up. Yeah. And you use that to have like, I don't know, deep conversation, whatnot, something that kind of tantalizes your brain, go on a hike or something. Yeah. It's kind of like it's just like I don't know, like a perspective shift. Yeah. Puts you in a different pair of socks. Maybe not so much different shoes. Like you're just wearing like different socks.
Oh, different glasses.
Yeah, different glasses. Yeah. Just something maybe more comfier or even less comfier. Yeah. Because you could be like, I don't know, sometimes like you might start realizing things about yourself that subconsciously when you're sober it's buried away. And then when you're not, it all comes out. Like we know some people when they're not sober, they're like a totally different person. Yeah. And I feel like that shouldn't be the case. Like you should kind of be not even when they're drunk, when they're tipsy, like they're like, oh man, like who does this remind you? Oh man, like, oh, I love you guys. You guys gotta invite me out more.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah. Yes.
There's a couple of them like that.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, it's true because like I was thinking about that recently. I'm like, because I feel like if I did not do any sort of like marijuana or just recreational drugs, like not in the party sense, but just like when you're chilling. Yeah. I don't know if I would have had the same like mental growth or like obviously I'm just kind of biased, but it's like I feel like if I didn't, I wouldn't have any of this introspective like conversation or realization at all, which because I feel like a lot of people who don't, and they're just kind of like they're just going by the books, or not even by the books, but they're just going by like what was fed to them in school. It's just like, oh, you get a job, you work, blah blah blah, that's it. But like, whereas now I feel like I'm more questioning. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's true. Like you have more time just to like self-reflect and like think about stuff. Whereas like for some people, I feel like they're definitely missing out on stuff like that.
Yeah, because if you're just kind of going by the books, you're in your like kind of, I don't know, bubble. Yeah, right? You're in a bubble where you're not challenging things. Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily have to be through like drugs or like marijuana per se. Like it might be a tool. If they use it as a tool, it'll be like super useful. Yeah. But they themselves have to be open for it, right? Mm-hmm. So that mindset has to be there. Otherwise, you know, if you do like psychedelic drugs or downers, like or uppers in a bad mindset, then it's gonna do more harm than good. Yeah. Yeah.
Because then, like, I was thinking like the same thing, even with like not even like drugs or like, even like alcohol, like. If I never drank alcohol, because considering I consider myself more of an introverted person, because then when you do drink alcohol, it's like a courage juice, right? It's just like you're a lot more talkative and whatnot. I feel like if I never drank in my life, I never would have known that I do have some sort of like extrovert aspect to me, right?
Yeah, like
so not even drugs, just any sort of, I don't know, like substance or just even experiences. It's just like going out partying. Just I never would have known I had that capability if I just
stayed at home and studied.
In a fucking bubble.
Yeah, like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Always be open to like experiences. Like you said, always be open to trying new things. Like don't knock it till you try it. That's true. Except maybe like heroin or some shit. Like that's probably just fuck that shit. But besides that, like, don't. Or is it? I wouldn't be able to do it because I'm terrified of needles. I can't do it. And my lungs are gone now, so I can't smoke anything anymore. All I can do is like edibles.
Wait, so are your lungs like permanently like
I'm pretty sure they are. Like
even like if you like cigarettes or even if it's like cold air, like you get irritated.
Yeah. They're cotton lungs now. Like they're just weak. So it's not worth it for me to like smoke.
Yeah.
Just put them into jeopardy because I just go through a shit time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just goes phlegm city. I'm like coughing. I feel like shit. I'm fevering and shit. Get sick. I missed like 4 or 5 birthdays in 2017 because I fucked up my lungs because I was smoking.
Yeah, I guess when you hit that point, then you
know
you gotta,
and it was just kind of like, all right,
down.
All right, like I could continue doing this, but it's
what was like the tipping point? Like how'd you know like, oh fuck, I should get it checked out? Or
well, it wasn't really a tipping point. It was more like self-realization hit me.
Were you like coughing blood or something, or literally you were just coughing a lot?
I was just coughing a lot. It just got so it's just so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's just a shitty feel. Like why would you, when you know what it feels like to be 100%?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you want to run yourself at 75%?
That's true.
Like, it's just like hamburgers are delicious.
Yeah.
I would eat them every day. But why would you do that to yourself? You're gonna fucking ruin your body.
Yeah.
But hamburgers are delicious.
No, it's true. just right after eating it, when you feel like shit, you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's time to be like, it's kind of like a mature decision.
Yeah.
Like something, it's health benefiting decision. Because at the end of the day, it's health, man. Something that you can't really buy.
That's true.
Like if my lungs like fucking actually like really, if I continue down this road,
yeah,
it'd be a path of destruction for my lungs.
Yeah.
And if my lungs go at like, I don't know, 30, 35, and it's just like, yeah, you need a lung transplant, bro. And I'm just like, wow, wouldn't that be a regretful moment in time?
Mm-hmm. That's fucked.
Yeah.
Can people do lung transplant?
Yeah, they can, but they can. It's very hard to get it as well. Your body can reject it, so you can just die.
It's like it seems like such a big organ to.
Yeah, they even do heart transplants.
Yeah, like heart. I remember, but just damn, that's
lung
fucked.
transplants.
Holy shit.
That's another like subjective subject of my lungs.
Yeah.
And I was able to make like an objective decision, bro. Like everyone knows, I love smoking up.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
I smoked that shit up. Like it was a huge shock for everyone when I stopped. First, when I stopped smoking cigarettes, everyone was like, "What the fuck? You stopped smoking cigarettes?
Yeah.
How'd you quit?" I was like, I needed to do it for myself and my lungs,
so I don't die, bro.
So like I kind of walk a little longer, you know. I don't like die every 3 weeks. I literally got sick. Like everyone was like, yeah, like fat camp. They're like, yo, why the fuck are you like always sick?
Yeah.
And then I was just like, oh, it's because of my lungs, man. And then they're like, oh fuck, man, you should like get it checked out. I'm like, oh, there's nothing to check out. It's just me doing this to myself.
Yeah, and it's like, gonna take so long for it to heal too.
Yeah, so it's been like, I think I stopped smoking. Oh man, yeah. So like consistently for like there might be like one-offs.
Yeah.
Like one every like 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah.
One-off evenings. But like in terms of legit consistency, it's probably close to a year now.
Yeah.
Approaching a year, like 9 months, 10 months.
Yeah.
And world's different. It's like I'm getting sick much less. Before I would always cough. I don't know if you noticed this. I always like I would always be clearing my throat. And the only person who's ever brought this up to me was Luca. He was like, yo, you're fucking so annoying. Like how do you work with people? You're always clearing your lungs. Like you're always like you're on the fucking Skype call, you're like yeah. And I didn't notice that. And he brought it up and I never noticed that. And then I was like, fuck. I'm like, nobody would ever bring that up except for you. I'm like, I'm glad you brought it up. And then I was like, okay. And then I see how much it decreased, like how much it got better and better and better.
Yeah, because like for me, it's like I am smoking it more frequently now though, but it's because I haven't hit like the point that you hit when there's like you're coughing that much.
Most people won't hit my point.
Yeah,
my point because I have genetically inferior lungs. Yeah.
So like that's another thing I was thinking about. It's just like is it a matter of time that's gonna happen to me, or is it just like no? Because like obviously like any sort of smoking is not good for you.
Yeah.
Just like you should obviously try to like tone it down and whatnot. But it just like it's hard because when you're doing it and like you don't really see much negative effects yet, or you don't see it, it might be there. You're just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna keep going.
That's the risk you take.
I guess that's not the objective way of thinking about it.
Yes,
because like, objectively, you know, you are damaging your lungs.
Yeah,
but
emotionally, like you want to feel nice.
You're just being dang.
Yeah, exactly. You wanna be up there. Yeah. In 10 minutes instead of 40, because that's how long it takes edibles. Right. It takes a much longer time, but it's worth it.
Yeah, because that's what I'm noticing too. Not even just a health benefit, just like I'm a lot more productive when I'm not smoking. Because when I do smoke, or when I'm always like thinking about it, I'm just like I'm so unproductive. Just in general or anything, it's just it kind of it's a waste of time. I'm just like I should be like hanging out with my friends. I'm supposed to be thinking, oh, would they be down to smoke or not? Yeah, like I've had thoughts like that.
That's fine.
And then when I have thoughts like that, I'm like, oh fuck.
I've had those thoughts before.
Yeah, but sometimes I'm like, when that hits me, I'm like, oh shit, I should probably like tone it down or just like. And at those times when I don't smoke, like at the end of it, I'm glad. I'm like, oh shit, like I had a great time and I didn't need to smoke. It's just like, yeah, it's kind of fucked.
Don't let it become like a crutch, right? Like you don't want it like to always, oh man, like borderline become an addiction or something. Yeah. Like you kind of need it. It'll always be an enhancer. It'll be nice. Oh yeah, it would be nice, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. I'm gonna have a good time with my friends, regardless whether or not I'm high. Yeah, sober or high, it doesn't matter. Like
it's totally true because like back in school, like I didn't smoke that much. It's like only like occasionally, like when everyone does, but like I had a blast back then. Yeah. Now it's like, in fact, now like I'm just thinking of this now, but now when I'm smoking more, I'm just like, because when at least for me, it's like when I smoke, I get lazy. I don't want to go out, and I'm just like sitting around at home watching shit. And then at the end of it, I'm like, that was kind of boring. That was kind of dumb. Yeah. So like. Yeah,
so that's the thing, like, there's like two options to this. Like, too much of a good thing becomes a bad thing, obviously. Yeah. But the other option is re-engineering what you do when you smoke by doing something productive. Forcing yourself to do something productive, and then it'll become, like, I don't know, second nature. That could be, like, one thing. Or just toning it down a bit, smoking a bit less. Yeah. Yeah, it's like one or the other. If you're gonna do something, if you're gonna burn, have something planned out. Yeah. I think that was one of the biggest things that we did. Like me, Dillers, and Jim. Like we would, if we were, whenever we're in like St. Catharines, we're like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, type shit. Yeah. And okay, we're gonna burn now, and then we're gonna do this. Have a plan. Yeah. Because if you don't have a plan and you're lit and you're just like, oh man, I'm so comfortable right now. Why the fuck would I plan anything to do? I'm just gonna like watch shows or like play video games and just chill. Right. That's true. Like I didn't even think of it, but then like we did the same thing like last week, just like because then like we usually go to like a friend's place, just at the condo, because they have a ping pong table, right? So we've been playing ping pong. Oh, that's sick. That's active. But then like now, it's just like now I think of it, it's just like it's just all right. We're gonna play ping pong no matter what, and then once we burn, like one of them was lazy, and I was like, yo, fuck it, let's go. It's gonna be so fun. But like it's true. Like I never thought of that, but just for that example, it definitely worked out. It was just like there you go. Plan something before you get high, and then you'll be productive as you are.
Yeah, that's true. Yo, but honestly, ping pong is so fun.
Yo, ping pong is awesome, man. And so it gets competitive too. And like you improve any sort of active sport, like pool, even like paddles, basketball, any sport that you're like actively doing. Yeah. And you're like, you can see yourself improving, and it's a bit competitive. Is so much fun.
Yeah, because then like we were playing with Einstein like the last weekend. Mm-hmm. It literally, like, we played a couple weekends before and we were getting better, but, like, literally from that one session, we all got so good. Yeah. We were just playing for 2 hours. It was just, like, smashing. It was sick. It was fucking crazy. It was so much fun.
Did you play with Chatterman as well?
No. Yeah, no, I haven't played with him.
Because he's pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I'll play with him. Fuck. Just because he can hold a racket, for some reason, it transfers over, like, perfectly. Which is... Yeah, because I guess the movements are similar. Because our other friend he used to play badminton, but that didn't really apply. Like it did kind of transfer, but it didn't transfer as much. Because whereas like when you're doing a birdie, it's like it drifts. Whereas a tennis ball, it's like I noticed like for Chinaman, he was killing it.
Yeah,
it was
man.
the exact same principle.
So
it was
that's
like
table tennis, not table badminton.
Yeah, I'm like fuck, goddamn.
Prince of Tennis.
But yeah, I was surprised just like how much work ping pong is. It's like because when you think about it, it's such a small sport, but like we were sweating. It was like a freaking workout. We played 2 hours. It was like. It was so fun. Yeah, man. It was so fun. But some people are like, "Oh, ping pong is fucking." It looks so kind of boring. But it's like when you start playing, when you get the hang of it, and you're rallying, it was so much fun.
Yeah, man. Once you're able to get like, because usually when you play ping pong, it's like you play with people that have never played, so you can't even get a rally going.
Yeah.
But once you're like past like a point of like skill.
Yeah.
It's any sport. It's once you're past that beginner point, you're into like amateur.
Yeah.
Super fun, man.
It's so fun.
Even basketball, like we all shit at basketball. It's still fun.
Do you guys still go on Thursdays?
Yeah.
So like tomorrow, you guys are going?
Today is Thursday.
Oh shit! Oh, today's. Oh fuck! Today's Thursday.
Do you have BJJ today?
Yeah, right? I have it at not yet. Oh yeah, I probably gotta dip soon.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
You going ball today?
Yeah, I'm going ball today as well. Got it, man.
What time's ball?
Remain sane. 8:10, 8:15.
Okay, so around the same time.
Yeah,
because mine's at 8. So.
Yeah, no, it's good, man.
How's ball been?
It's been good. I'm still like honestly, I feel same people. I don't know if my skill level is moving. I think I've gone to a point.
You're just exercising.
Yeah, it's actually
getting the blood flowing.
Getting less tired. But no, it's still fun, man. Regardless, like it's something that's just a good time. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Regard.
What happened to you remember last time we were saying that you were planning on doing some MMA stuff? Like
fuck yeah.
Is that just kind of like
that fell off because
just no time
no
or
time
like
now.
Lost interest or just no time?
No time because it was just like basketball, gym in terms of physical activities. And then like if I were to squish MMA in, I would probably be able to go like once a week.
Yeah,
which is
true.
Probably not enough.
Yeah.
I would want to do it like, I don't know, like 3-4 times a week. But then I still want to do basketball.
Oh, okay.
I'd be down to replace MMA for gym. Yo, fuck, I'd be down to replace MMA for gym.
Yeah, because then for me, it's like...
Because gym is so shit now for me. It's so hard for me to go to the gym, dude.
Even for me, it's like, I don't go gym that often. I just work at home or like, I go to the classes that we have. So we have like strength and conditioning classes and kettlebell classes. So like, when I work out, that's what I do now. Just because like, going back to what we were saying before, is just having that camaraderie and competition. For me, that's where I strive. It's just like...
That's when you're going 100.
Yeah, because now when I'm working out alone all the time, I'm just like, fuck, I'm lazy. I don't want to do this. Or unless I'm at the gym and then I see people and it's just like, if there's girls, I'll be like, I'll work extra hard. Yeah. But it's like, honestly, if there's no girls and like it's just I don't know, like no one I give a shit about, I'll work out a little. I'm like, fuck.
No motivation.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of lazy. Unless like I recognize that, I'm like, yo, fuck. My friends are making gains. I gotta make gains. Then I work harder. But just like when I'm there, just like, fuck. There's no motivation.
Yeah, no, I completely have the same feel about that. Like I go there, I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing there? What's funny is when you mentioned about the girls, that you reminded me, Marky going like, yo man, there's hot girls there. I'm gonna go there and bench 2 Ps. I'm like, what? Yeah, because every girl's like, oh man, I wish I could check out a guy and bench 2 Ps. Said no girl fucking ever. That's
so fucking true. It's like it's only what we're thinking, but like in their mind, they're just like, the fuck is this guy doing? Yeah. It's like, because like even for me, it's not like I'm approaching them. It's just like, I'll lift more weight, so
just flexing.
Yeah, so I'm flexing. But I guess in their mind, they don't see any of that. They're just like, the fuck is this guy? Why is this guy trying so hard? You get him and lifted, he's struggling.
No, maybe they do. Maybe they do. Yeah, I feel like maybe they do. It's about, yo, damn, this dude's benching 2 Ps. And then I'm like, and then I was like, Mikey, what about 3 Ps? Might as well go 3 Ps. He's like, no, man, 3 Ps, you're not impressing girls anymore. You only attract guys. Only guys will be like, damn. That way you're scaring away the girls. Oh, man. And you're just attracting the guys because only guys will be able to admire that.
Fuck, see? Like, I'm at that barrier that I can't hit 2 plates yet. So it's just like, I'm still on 1 plate. So it's just like...
You can hit 2 plates.
For people who don't know, it'd be like, oh, this guy's doing a plate. I gotta get back on 2 plates because 1 plate is useless.
Yeah, man, 1 plate is like everyone can do 1 plate, man. High school kids can do 1 plate.
Get back on 2 plates.
Gotta get that 2P life, bro.
This is what I say with squats. Like, even though I don't squat for a while, every single time I'll do 2 plates just for a bit. Just like, all right, I still got it.
Yeah.
Same with deadlifts. I'll do 3 plates. Yes, I still got it.
Dude, that's what I've been doing. I've been just doing chest and back the 2 days I would go. Well, I do like semi full body workout, but it'll be like chest dominated 1 day and then back dominated the other.
Yeah.
And I'll do deadlifts and I'll still deadlift like 2 plates and a 35. And I'll be like, okay, I can still kind of hit that weight. Yeah. And then I'll still bench like 2 plates for like 3 reps percent. I'm like, okay, I can still hit that weight.
Yeah. It's funny how we need that confirmation in our head. It's like, check, I can still do it. It's like, I'm not getting too old.
Yeah, it's not like, and it's not like I'm training properly. It's just kind of like, I don't even know, man. It's like a check yourself.
Yeah, it is for me. It's definitely an ego thing. It's just like it's fueling my ego. It's like, shit, I can still do it. Like,
for sure.
Like I can still kind of run with these youngins right here.
Yeah, because it's not like we're bodybuilding, like we're trying to get big or anything. It's just kind of like a self check. Like, I still got it, kind of.
Yeah, for sure.
Very, very funny. Yeah, definitely an ego thing. I agree. It's just like I still got this 2P down.
Yeah, because when I'm in the fucking gym, because you can tell when people are younger than you, but just like when some of them are lifting and they're lifting quite a bit, I'm like, oh shit, fuck, I never even hit that when I was your age.
Yeah.
or like, fuck, you're getting close to what I used to hit. So just like shit like that, it's like, yo, fuck, I gotta,
man,
like get back into it slightly and just like maintain it.
Yeah, human nature competitiveness is always good.
But that's fucked. That's fucking jokes.
Yeah, that's hilarious. 2P. Fuck, I gotta hit 2Ps.
I gotta get back, like, because I remember like. I think I could do it if someone gives me like a lift off.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing is to not fuck up and like hurt yourself because that's not worth it.
Yeah, that's true. Ego's not your amigo.
Yeah, man. Ego's never your amigo.
That's the one thing I kind of learned the hard part in like jits. Or even also from like powerlifting. Just like...
Did you hurt yourself? No, you hurt yourself from drunken falling.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens a lot. But yeah, no, it just...
Side story after, okay.
But yeah, it just like, in like jits, it's just like, whenever sometimes like you're getting tapped and I just fight it with muscle.
Jesus.
Like there are times I know I can get out, but just like, if I fucked up little, once you tweak your arm a little, like for us now, it fucking takes like 2 weeks for it to like feel good again. Yeah. So it's like, it's not worth it. Dude, when everyone gets me anything, I'm like, tap. There's grabs my neck, I'm like, tap. Yeah.
The whole point of jits is to try to play one another at, like, you kind of want to, even though you know you're stronger than them, wouldn't it be like, I'll play you at, I'll try to match your strength.
Yeah.
I could pick you up and smash you, but I'm not going to do that because we're playing a chess game.
Yeah. No, like, for sure. Like, when I first started, like, I didn't necessarily have that mentality. I kind of did because, like, I kind of knew, like, my friends told me, just go easy, whatnot. But just, like, when you're in the moment sometimes,
so you get heated-ish.
Or, like, you get heated, or, like, when you're trying something, it just doesn't work. Like, I've had that. Like, when I couldn't get anything, I just brute force it. Oh, true. I was like, no, because literally I've been trying for like a minute, and a minute's a long ass time.
Yeah, a minute, 60 seconds is a long.
So like I've been just trying to get this guy's arm, get an arm bar, and he's like holding tight. He's not doing shit. He's just holding his gi. So like literally after a minute, I just saw fire. Like fucking just ripped his arm out. I just yanked it hard, and like. Afterwards, I felt kind of bad because like he's kind of like a young kind of kid, but like he's gifted in the sense that he's strong for some reason, and like he has good like instinct. Yeah. So like I was like, "Fuck you!" I was fucking like I didn't say it, but like in my mind, I just yanked his arm. I just yanked it out, and he tapped me like, "Yes, I got it." After I was like, "Oh shit, yo, my bad." That was
fucking uncalled for again.
I was like, afterwards, I'm like, "Oh shit, that was." Like when that hit me, I was like, "Oh fuck!" Afterwards, I was like, "Oh, that was kind of rude. That was kind of messed up." Man. But I was like, "Yeah." Like sometimes when you're in the moment, you're just like, "Fuck it!" I just ripped his arm out, and it's like,
that's another prime example of subjective objective. Yeah, subjective being in the sparring moment and being objective instead of letting your emotions run over. What if you fucking injured him? How bad would you feel?
Yeah, I would have been.
It would have been like he strained his fucking shit. Yeah, I mean dude, it's not worth it, man. Especially when you're just practicing too.
I know, but
in
the moment it's hard. Just like fuck.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like when I went to St. Catharines and Dill brought me to the MMA gym, and he ran me through like he was just training with me, and we did sparring as well. Yeah. And then he would just like come at me. I'm gonna wrestle you. Yeah. You can strike me and wrestle me. Just fight me as if like normal. And like he like how he was able to just keep his composure. I got like a handful of clean hits on him. Yeah. Meanwhile, like, he destroyed me. Like we were doing 3-minute rounds, and I was dying. Like, yeah. And then it was brutal. It was fucking brutal, man, for me. But I was still like, I kept my composure. I didn't like try to like go too crazy. I was going like 80% going at him, consistent. And even when he got like, you know, hit in the face and stuff, he kept his composure up like 100%. Cause he knew he can overpower me at any moment. Yeah. Even when I'm like I have like a couple jabs or a couple straights, I sneak by him. Yeah. It's just subjective, objective again.
But I feel like, you know, part of it, but it's like, it's because you've been in fights. So, like, you kind of know, and you watch fights, you kind of know that, like, to pace yourself. There's a lot of people, they wouldn't know. They would just, like,
go arms,
go balls deep, and just get tired out. But, yeah, like,
true.
Sparring is hard. Like, I've never even done sparring, like, in terms of striking, just because, like, I don't want no brain damage. Yeah. Because, after listening to podcasts and stuff, it seems like it's so easy to get brain damage. Just little things. But, like, I don't know. Yeah, striking is hard. Just like when you do like pads and like mitts and stuff, it's just like the combos and like you get tired. I was like, oh fuck. I'm like, when I do spar, that's why I appreciate and I respect those guys. There's just like any sort of punch to my face, I'm gonna start blinking. And one blink, you're fucked.
Yeah, you can't blink.
It's a jab, blink, cross, you're done.
Yeah, because you'd be like, I'm gonna start hitting you in the face, and then I'll be like, okay, and then once you like, you just need to like keep your eyes open. Even when you get hit, like you need to react. If you close your eyes, like you won't see what the next move that's coming.
So like that's a one thing. As in like ideally, I'm not gonna get into a fight like ever. But like when I do, I'm gonna be fucked because I haven't gone into a real fight ever. Like, but like just think of that, just like stuff like little things, just blinking, just that one moment I could get fucked. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. That was a pretty interesting thought that I was thinking about. Just like, yeah, if I ever get in a fight. The fact that I think I know how to fight, I actually don't know how to fight. Because, like, as weird as that sounds, it's just like, I think I know what I'm doing, but, like, once you're in a real fight,
it's different
when, like, fists are throwing, you're just like, that goes out the window. It's like, because if you don't practice it, you're just going to go back to what you usually do, just the same shit.
Yeah, just, like, brawl out.
Yeah, and it's not like I go that much and I'm experienced, so it's like, shit push comes to shove, I'm just going to, like, do the same shit, just wailing arms and shit.
Yeah. But it's just there's no reason to fight, man. Yeah. There's just no reason to fight at this age. Like, there's no schoolyard. Like, why?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, why? Like, bar fights? Like, oh, it's not worth so stupid.
Yeah. But, like, yeah, I guess from this I've learned it's just, like, from just MMA and just no point fighting. It just... Yeah. Because, like, that's why one thing I really want when I get to the... Like, I really want, like, a blue belt, which is just the first belt you get when you go jit, just because, like, I feel like once you get that belt, I would feel like I would be proficient. Like, with that belt, it solidifies that, like, literally any average guy I fight on the ground, I'm gonna fuck him up. But then right now, it's like, I'm not confident at that at all. It just, like...
Then do it up, man. Make it a goal. So, like, have a timeline. I'm gonna get my blue belt by this time and fucking do it.
Yeah, so, like, that'd be interesting. Just, I don't know, just having that... thought in your head, just like any guy just drag the fuck out of you.
Unless he's actually a black belt.
Exactly. You know? Like, unless he's a black belt. I'm assuming most people I don't know, but like even then now it's like I'm not confident in anything just because like I go so inconsistently. It's hard. Fucking jits.
Oh yeah, dude.
The learning curve, like even if I don't go like 2 weeks, I forget everything.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah. Especially if it's just one of those things. It's like a language. Yeah. If you don't use it, you're gonna lose it.
You have to drill it. Yeah. Like if you don't, you're gonna get smashed.
Yeah, like every time I feel like whenever we're like sparring and shit, I feel like I'm kind of just at the same level. Yeah. Like there's points and tips that I carry forward, but it's just like, oh man, I'm still like, it's still a child to him. I'm a child to him. Because he trains like 5 times a week. Yeah. He goes ham.
Damn, that's crazy.
But, yeah, child's play.
Which is why now I feel like it's like, that's why I don't, at the same time, I don't want to work out as much now because like, there's really no point. Like, I just need to exercise to stay healthy. Yeah. But like.
That's why I just do full body workouts.
Yeah, now. Like there's no point.
Like, I'm trying to just get out. I'm not there to bodybuild. Yeah. I'm not there to power lift. Obviously, I'm just there to kind of get a little sweat
Exercise, feel good.
Yeah, movement, man. Do some pull-ups and shit.
That's why I try to like you know the Edo Portal guy, the Conor McGregor.
Yeah, with the weird
random touch
ninja.
Guy, yeah. I feel like whenever like now I'm like doing like weird shit, trying to like, yo, can I move my body like this or some
That's
shit?
the way to
It's
go,
just, like,
man.
It's interesting stuff like that. Just like the stuff where they do like a body wave. I'm like,
no, dude,
that's fucking hard. I can't even
body
do that.
control is.
But just like
key.
having that motion, or just people that can do splits. I'm like, yo, if I can do splits, my hips would feel so damn nice. I feel like,
dude, we should make that a goal to try to learn how to do splits. I can't even touch my toes. My flexibility is so trash. It's so bad. I need to really work on it, but I've never really worked on it.
Yeah, because I feel like if we work on it, if we have like flexible hips.
Yeah, I need like a set a reminder like on my phone. 9 p.m. stretch time.
We'll see. Maybe India will find some like yogis or some.
Oh yeah, maybe. But
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll do some yoga or maybe I don't know. I don't even know how it is there. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll find out, man. It's gonna be wild.
Yeah, I'm so excited for my backpack.
Oh yeah, it's coming, right?
Yeah, it's coming in
2 weeks.
2 3
I think that backpack will suffice.
Yeah,
what do you think?
No, I think so. That's a 40. That should. Yeah, mine's only 44 liters. Mine's not that bigger.
Because I was looking at that and I was like, "Fuck, should I buy that one or will this one? This one should be okay." Like, I don't plan on packing as much as I did like the last time.
Yeah, no, I think that size is perfect. Like the only thing that my bag that people are saying, because it opens like a U, right? Because yours is just top loading. Yeah. It's a camping bag, so that's the only downside.
Oh, I see. I see.
You have to pull everything out.
Yes, but that's what the cubes would help. Not fuck up everything.
And then like unless like does yours open the bottom? It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
I remember the green one does.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, that's true. If I have cubes, then
it should be okay. Everything will just be kind of cubes.
It'd be organized.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, so it'd be good.
All right. Yeah, I think we'll end this discussion here. This 2 cent discussion. Thanks again for fucking doing this, dude.
Cheers.